Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So obviously a good portion of the season has gone by and the predictions that I made at the beginning of the season may or may not be accurate. Now to be fair to myself, some of the predictions that I made, there were injuries that occurred, so I mean I didn't get it wrong per se, because Markelle Fultz, for example, hopefully he gets better very soon. It was very sad to see him go down. I predicted him to win most improved, and if you watched him when the season started, he was playing great, but then he got injured. So it's a season-ending injury. So I'm just gonna give you guys my quick opinion on some of the awards and who I think is gonna win it at this point in time. So I think MVP is actually going to Joel Embiid. Shout out to Joel Embiid because he's had a monster season. The Sixers are playing much better than I thought they were. I did not think they were going to be in first place in the East. He's been dominating, putting up huge numbers. Like he had a 50 and how many rebounds did he have? He had like 20 rebounds, 17 rebounds, something like that. I think personally he deserves it at this point in time and I don't see why he shouldn't get it. The possible runner-up in my opinion would be Steph Curry, but that's only if they get to like the number 4 seed. Steph has been playing out of his mind. If you look, he has numbers similar to his unanimous MVP season. He's averaging almost 50, 40, 90. He's averaging 30 points per game. He's been rebounding the ball. If you notice, I don't know if he's averaging more rebounds, I have to look, but it seems like he's getting a lot more boards than he used to, and he's just playing really, really well. The thing is, the team is not a top 3 seed, and it's kind of hard to win MVP if you're not a top 3 seed. So if they do get to, let's say, number 3, then I could see him competing with Embiid. If they stay at 7 or 8, I don't see it happening. But he's having a monster year too, so shout out to Steph. Now let's talk about 6th man of the year. I mean, it's Jordan Clarkson. It's clearly Jordan Clarkson. There's no other competition. He has been the 6th man of the year. He has been so important for the Jazz off the bench. He's scoring like crazy, and he just looks so comfortable in his role. And I'm really happy for him because, a lot of people know he was bounced around for a while, couldn't really find a home. And it's really funny because when I made that predictions video, as soon as I posted, I was talking to a friend and I was like, oh my God, I forgot to say Jordan Clarkson. I was like, Jordan Clarkson is definitely a candidate for 6th man of the year, but I already posted the video, so it's too late at that point. But he was in my mind, I thought about him too. And he's running away with the award and I don't see anybody else competing with him. Defensive player of the year, it's another one where it's Rudy Gobert. I don't see any competition, it's Rudy Gobert to me. So this will be his 3rd time in a row winning it, I believe. I believe it's his 3rd time in a row. He has been very, very good for them on defense. Of course, the Jazz are the number 1 team in the league at this point, which some people are very surprised about. I thought they'd be a top 3 seed. And of course, Gobert has been the anchor on defense, and he's just been playing really, really well. A lot of people criticize the Jazz for giving him such a large contract. Of course, he deserved big bucks, but some people thought maybe it was too much. But he's been proving them wrong this year. He's clearly Defensive Player of the Year. Again, just like Jordan Clarkson, I don't see anybody else competing for it at this point. Most improved. Well, like I said in the beginning, my pick was Markelle Fultz, who got injured, unfortunately. And, Christian Wood is another person who was a candidate for most improved, but he also got injured. Colin Sexton was playing like it in the beginning. He's definitely still a candidate, I guess you want to say. But I feel like it's going to Jeremy Grant, and I don't feel like there's much competition. Now, like I said, Colin Sexton has shown much improvement, but the Cavs, they were playing really well in the beginning. They haven't been playing so great as of late, and that does affect you winning the award somewhat. Actually, the Pistons aren't good either, so maybe I'm wrong about that. Jeremy Grant just made such a big leap, and especially, like I said, with Christian Wood being injured, who was definitely a favorite for the award, it's kind of like, who else are you giving it to? Julius Randle is a low-key most improved candidate, but again, I still think it's going to Jeremy Grant. And I just want to say about Christian Wood, I said this in my video before the season started about players who are going to have a breakout season. I said Christian Wood, I think, is going to as well, but he was already doing this in Detroit last year, just nobody was watching him. People didn't watch him in Detroit, so they didn't see, but he was kind of doing similar things to this. Nonetheless, he was definitely a candidate for most improved this year, and he was playing like a monster too before he got hurt. So in any event, it's Jeremy Grant. And shout out to Jeremy Grant too, because he's someone who also banked on himself, took a bigger contract, went to Detroit, said he wanted a bigger role, and some people were like, I don't know. And he came out this season and he's been balling. Rookie of the year, it's LaMelo. Now, when the season started, I thought it was James Wiseman. He was playing amazing. He was showing a lot of skill, like his 3-point shot looked great. He brought the ball like full court and ran all the way to the rim and dunked it. Like he has some handles. Now, obviously not Steph handles, but he has some handles, especially for a big man. He just has amazing skill and he's gonna be great for years to come. But he also got injured, so it kind of hurt his case. And then LaMelo started balling like crazy, and he's been on that tear still. So at this point, it's LaMelo ball. And it's not even just that LaMelo's been playing really well, but the Hornets have been winning. I mean, Terry Rozier has been playing out of his mind as well. So, it's not just LaMelo, but the Hornets are playing really well. And I think last time I checked, they were the 9th seed. something like that. So like that puts them in the play-in tournament at least. And yes, that's obviously not the greatest thing, but people thought they were gonna be last, so it's better than nothing. LaMelo started the year a little bit inconsistent, but now, like I said, he's been very consistently good, on a tear, assisting, scoring, like he's doing what he's gotta do. And then lastly, the coach of the year goes to Quinn Snyder. Now this is one where there is competition. You know, some of the other awards I feel like are clear-cut winners, but this one, I think it goes to Quinn Snyder, but I'll tell you about the runner-up in a second. Quinn Snyder, like I said, the Jazz are #1 in the entire league. People are very surprised by this. Like I said, I thought they were gonna be a top 3 seed. I didn't necessarily think they were gonna dominate this way, but I definitely think they were gonna be a very, very good team. However, like I said, since they have been dominating offensively, defensively, and it's just like, hey, look out for the Jazz, I think that Quinn Snyder has to win the award for helping them reach this point. Now the runner-up, and this is someone who could actually win the award, and you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, because this team is in 5th place in the East at this point, that is the New York Knicks and Coach Tom Thibodeau. If the Knicks finish 4th or 5th, I think Tibbs might win the award. I know I just said I think Quinn Snyder wins, but I'm just like rethinking it. I don't know, it's a close competition. Listen, listen, listen. I included. We all thought the Knicks were gonna be bad. No offense to the Knicks, you know, we all want the Knicks to be good. You know, it's more exciting when the Knicks are good, but you know, we just didn't see it happening. I think people just thought that also just because, you know, they've been bad for quite a while now, and it's just, people couldn't imagine them just being better, but they are much better. Like I said, people thought this was going to be a lottery team, like the worst team in the league or second worst team in the league, and they're in the playoff hunt. They're not even at the bottom where you do like the play-in tournament, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're literally 4th and 5th. They have a playoff spot secured at this point. That's ridiculous. This team has been playing out of their mind. Julius Randle looks like he's so comfortable. Tibbs has put him in the perfect position. RJ's been much better. Shout out to RJ. The whole team, the defense is #1 in the league, or top 3 at this point. I have to look at the stats again. Last time I looked, they were 1st in the league in defense. You know, 1st in the league in defense and points allowed. You know, I have to double check that. This team has been great. They're exciting to watch. I'm gonna change my pick. I'm gonna say Tibbs wins Coach of the Year. No, I don't know if I wanna change it actually. I gotta pick one. This is my video. All right, I'm gonna give it to Tibbs. So there you have it. That is my updated predictions on the NBA award. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Bye.